Welcome back, my dear students. Today I am going to focus at the three remaining stanzas of this poem, that is courage. Courage is the will to shape our world when it is easier to let someone else do it for us. It is the recognition that no one of us are perfect. When it is easier to criticize others and force. Here students, in this stanza, the poet is describing about power which helps us to change the world without waiting for others. Now, what is changing the world here students? It means students, changing the world means that to go beyond your limits. It is the acceptance of our imperfections. Imperfections opposite here students, perfections. It is the acceptance of our imperfections. It means you should know, you should understand that no one in this world is perfect. So accept your imperfections, accept what have been lacking in you and work accordingly. As well students, try to improve that, try to overcome that situations as well. Here students, those who have courage, just they can accept everything. As well students, those who have courage, just they will try to understand how we are imperfect and we have lacking things. That is students, very important things that students. So at that time students, there will be your courage, there will be, we can say, power of courage to appreciate others instead of finding faults and criticizing to others people. So students, we should have courage, and since we should have courage to appreciate others. And here students, poet also tells us that we should have power to appreciate. It means that students, we should have courage to appreciate others. It is very easy to make fun of someone. It is very easy to criticize others and angry on others. We all know students, it is very easy to make fun of someone. But students, it is a courageous part when you appreciate others. We will find beauty in someone else's work students instead of making fun or finding fault in others' work. So students, stop finding fault in others' work and try to appreciate to the person and of his work. And now here students, we will move the stanza number 4. Courage is the power to step forward and lead when it is easier to follow the crowd. Their pleas resound. It is the spirit that places you on the top of the mountain when it is easier to never leave the ground. Here students, poet tells in this stanza that courage is the power to step forward and lead. Here students, courage is only thing that can lead you in the future. But students, there should be your determinations, there should be your will to go forward, to move one step forward. Students, definitely at that time your courage will help you. The power of courage help you in order to lead to you in your life. As well students, the poet also tells us that even though there is a crowd of people, even though there is a number of people, suppose students in the competitions, take any competition, there are many people around you. During that time students, just you have to determine that I will take a first number. It means students, you have courage to decide, you should have courage to think that I will come and I will lead to the first number. As well, students, the poet says that we should have spirit to go on the top of the mountain. Students, we must dare to go on the top of mountain. But students, when it will be possible, it will be possible only that when you will have courage, when you will have the power of courage. Here students, the another example that we are facing or we are doing nowadays, that all these online classes, initially students, we have been afraid of that. Students, the questions we had, students, it will be able to do these or not, teachers will be able to do these or not. But students, we all have accepted these, we all have gone through these nowadays, and it is a great success now, students, that we have achieved simultaneously, students also and teachers also. So students, let's be courageous, accept the challenges and work accordingly. So definitely students, you will be successful in your life. But students, don't forget, there should be courage and you should be very courageous. Here students, this is a very pure and courageous message which is given by the poet in this stanza. Here students, move to the last stanza of this poem. The foundation of courage is solid, the rock that doesn't roll. Courage is the freedom of our mind, body and soul. So here students, in the last stanza, the poet says that your foundation must be very strong. It means students, in this stanza, poet says that you must be very strong. Here students, poet has given an example that, as rock, it doesn't roll. It means that students, the rock is very strong there. No one can dare to roll it. The same thing students, it should be happen with us, that no one can dare to roll us. Students, this is a very important thing. But students, for that, before that, we have to be very courageous. Our body, our mind and our soul must be very courageous. Students, if our mind is very courageous, if our body is courageous, if our soul is courageous, definitely students, your foundation is very solid. Your foundations of courage is too solid that no one can defeat you. Students, we should have courage. Courage is must. Every people should have courage to do something. So in this way students, we have completed this poem today. I hope that you have understood the all stanzas of this poem. Have a nice day. Thank you very much.